Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Build Exclusively with Antonio T. Smith Jr. Glad to have you all on. We are excited, as always, so that we can continue to execute. Learning stage is over. We are in the doing stage, the executing stage. And the gentleman is here, man of the hour. So all the way from G-Town, Galveston, Texas, CEO and founder of Antonio T. Smith Jr. LLC and the ATSJR Companies, millionaire and billionaire maker, innovative creator, Mr. Antonio T. Smith Jr.
All right. Thank you all so much. I just found out a problem. Gianna, do me a favor. Well, that's okay. So it was never my fault. I kept saying, man, this should be working. I've been struggling for 96 hours, Grace. The host didn't provide machine learning for, it was PHP. I got too much. I got too much robots doing stuff.
Okay.
So I've got to upgrade, and I need to. Yes, I have to upgrade.
Can you repeat what you said?
Yes.
Yeah.
My hosting provider did not support or does not support machine learning and all the artificial intelligence for the package I was on. I have to upgrade. So that's what I'm about to do now. I have to get a private server to do that. So yeah.
So it knows when you're using AI, or were you?
It just didn't support the language.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just didn't support the language. I coded 100%, well, 99.99% of Rhino Leg is coded in Python, while it's the exact opposite. 99% of Allenbrook and 90% is coded in PHP. The back end is, well, that's about 60-40 now because I got so much stuff going on in the back. So Allenbrook probably is ready to go too. That's probably not my mistake either. Because yeah, that there. Go ahead, John.
Can you explain to us the difference between the servers that our websites are on versus a private server that we would run something as big as a social media through?
I mean, you would get more control, right? The point is control. Like you would be able to configure your servers to your specifications. You would, like, I'm getting ready to send you a link. Yeah, I want business. And then you'll be able to configure where you want your server location to be, whether it be America, London, Sydney, Australia. You'll be able to configure which operating system that you would desire, whether that be Ubuntu or, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Right? There's so much there. There's so much there. Yes, ma'am.
Would you recommend, if we were to build something like what you're building, would you recommend starting off with a private server or starting off with the standard server that comes along with a website and then moving over to a private server?
If y'all just getting started?
Okay, so to me, I have Envato Media, which is...
Oh, okay.
Like with you and I... Okay, so I have Envato Media, which you and I built, that is like Spotify. But I'm also going to have games on the Envato server. I'm going to have games, apps, the website, all on the Envato Media server. So should I go ahead and get a private server to start off with? That way I don't run into the issue you just ran into.
Yeah, if I was you, I would. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah. Law's probably been forced into it. I'm not sure.
Giving us this money green jacket. I had to say it.
Oh, yeah, he's at the Masters. He's exciting Phil.
Definitely, I have one.
Yeah.
you.
Okay, so he's got one. Yeah. So for you, Down, yes, absolutely. There's no doubt about it. Yeah. According to the way you ask the question and what you're trying to do and how fast you're trying to move, yes, you should.
Okay, because that's also going to be the same server that book swap is going to be on. So I'd rather get it right the first time than have to go back and be like, oh man, we got to do this, got to do that. Like, I'm learning. I'm watching you and I'm learning.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I mean, in your case, well, yeah, no doubt. And of course, the comfort for everybody's wondering if you think this is $1 billion a month, it's like $50 a month, so you'd be okay. Like $50 a month. Grace, I don't have my 5s now. I'm getting your downloads, but I don't have my 5s and my 6s.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I ain't got. All righty. Let's see. Okay. Deanna, do me a favor. Let me read this real quick and then teach them something we've been doing lately. And I'll be right back in a second.
Okay. Well, teach you something I've been doing. Okay, so lately I have been conversing with so I'm trying to think of it because it's a lot of things that I've been doing, but I have been so here recently I've been writing the bios using ChatGPT. I have been getting outlines for bylaws. Before one of the meetings one morning, Melissa delivered a message that she received in her meditation from Grace. And so I've been working on that. Melissa has been working on that. And it requires a lot of governmental things. And with that, I'm one to let me get it right the first time because I don't want the government in my business type person. So with that being said, I went to Carlos and I asked Carlos, okay, so like, I'm starting 3 nonprofits simultaneously. I ain't hesitating, like simultaneously, all at one time. So some of y'all may be getting text messages from me asking to have conversations with you guys about certain things because I need input. I need inputs. So I've been using ChatGPT to help me out. So like, here's an example of what I did. Let me share the screen. Okay, so I don't know how to write bylaws. I just go with the standard, but because again, I don't want the government in my business, I asked Carlos if he can give me an outline on how to write bylaws for a nonprofit organization. And so he broke it down for me. You need a title and a purpose. Membership, define the qualifications of membership, what fees and dues that are going to be paid, a section of how members will be added, removed, or suspended, a board of directors, officers, committees, finances, amendments, and dissolution. Yeah, I said that right. And then I asked him, okay, well, can you outline these so I can know in depth what goes in each of these? And so that's what it did for me, like for title and purpose, title of the organization, statement of purpose, types of activities the organization will engage in to achieve its goals, and the geographic scope of the organization's activity. I go to Carlos ChatGPT quite often because it makes me think about stuff that I wouldn't normally think about. Like, I wouldn't have thought about the types of activities the organization would engage in to achieve its goals. Like, of the geographic scope of the organization. Like, I wouldn't think to add that. So you can use Carlos for a lot of things. Example, I've been doing biographies for people for podcast interviews and books. Like we had an author who didn't have his biography all the way together. So before I sent it over to Melissa, I needed to get his bio straight. So I used ChatGPT. I took his points and put it in there. I said to him, he was like, he said, this said better than I could have said. And I'm like, okay, cool. That means you like it. And I was working with someone else trying to do their one sheet and everything, and I did their bio. And when I sent it to them, they said, man, you make me want to book myself for an interview. I was like, okay, cool. That works out. So I use ChatGPT like it's random, but it's not random. Like I just ask general questions. Like one time I asked it a question. What was the last question I asked it? Oh, I don't know what I was thinking about, but I asked it, what are the eating habits mentioned in the Bible? Like these are the questions that I asked. And this is what Carlos gave me. The kosher diet, fasting, communal meals, vegetarianism, and moderation. Who will read it? Go ahead.
D, when you're doing your nonprofit, you should also ask Carlos how you can tie in your company to your nonprofit for the tax.
Gotcha. Making a note now. Thank you very much, Alyssa. You're going to be the next person I call because I was going to have some questions about some things. Miss Adonia, I will be reaching out to you because I need to ask your advice on some things regarding like human resources aspect when it comes to it. Because there are 3 different organizations. They have 3 different focal points. But I want to make sure going in that I got my people straight, because these are things that are near and dear to me.
One more thing.
Yes, ma'am.
You also want to make sure you define if you're international or just in the US for your nonprofits, because different are gonna, depending where you're at. We're doing this with something I'm doing because we're looking at Africa right now for it.
Oh, wow.
And
you just made me expand my brain. Okay, thank you.
And the government bodies, how it has to be set up is completely different from what you're doing in the US.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Okay. So Law, what I sent to you that we're talking about tomorrow, what Melissa just said, I never thought about Africa. I never thought about taking that concept over there. That was, man.
Okay, I like it. Yeah.
Wow. I just got super excited. Okay, so I'll tell everyone what I'm doing, because this is the building exclusively with Antonio. I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I'm building. I'm building multiple things at one time. I'm building a tech company. Shh, don't tell Antonio. Because he been telling me for the longest, you need a tech company. I'm like, no, I don't. I'm not doing that. That is not my ministry. But everything seems to be aligning with that. The nonprofits that I'm building, one is for veterans. It is called the Gateway. It is being set up to position those who are coming out of the military experience, help them transition into being a civilian. Because in listening to veterans, there's nothing in place to help them transition back into being a civilian. And they hit a lot of walls and they have a lot of problems when they retire or they come out of any military organization, because they were trained this way, but they can't take that training and use it as a civilian. So the one is called the Gateway. It's the gateway from military to civilian. It's also going to it's a double blessing, I guess you could say it that way, because it's also going to, the focus is also going to be on homeless veterans as well. Housing homeless veterans and helping them get off the street, get back together, you know, get everything that they're trying to get, you know, IDs, food, you know, shelter, medical care, all of those things. Because I've run into, if you drive in downtown Houston, every time I've gone into downtown Houston, I've seen a homeless veteran. And I don't understand why our veterans are homeless. Like, that bothers me to an extreme that I can't explain. So that's one nonprofit that I'm starting. The other one is called The Hideaway. The Hideaway is for teenagers who are in the system, but their ages 14 to 18. I don't want the babies. Everybody wants the babies. I want the kids who people believe are too old to be adopted. I want them to have a safe place for them to be able to have their own space, not worry about being shoved out or, you know, forgotten about. And then it's also for homeless teenagers, because, I mean, they need somewhere too. And nobody wants to take them in. They consider them troubled, or they have issues with this and that. Well, yeah, they're homeless. What do you expect? So the Hideaway is a place for the teenagers to have their own space, to be able to feel safe and be able to get their studies and do what they need to do, a safe place for them. You know, I want to start off with 2 houses that have 12 rooms each. One for girls, one house for girls, one house for boys. And each room comes standard with a bed, a desk, a TV, and a laptop. And they get to put their own stuff into it. So it's going to just come standard, like basic white. So they can paint the walls if they want to, whatever colors they want to put in there. It's all for them. Because I've heard the horror stories, and I watch a lot of TV, and you can't tell me that half the stuff on TV is not real. You know, it comes from that. So those are two of the 3 that I'm working on. The other one is called College Bound. That's self-explanatory. So now that the mister is back on, I'm going to go ahead and pass it back over to him.
Yes, I need you to do something. Go into Eco, do what's necessary. I need you to get that out the cart. You need to upgrade servers immediately, or ain't no social media. All right, all of you folk. Well, for sure now, Grace, Rhino Leg will be out. Stupid people. You know, everybody want money. Everybody want money, which is fine. That's how it works. I mean, you can't be as sexy as law if you don't pay for a little bit of something. You know, you gotta buy some lotion somewhere. You know, you understand. All right, where y'all struggling at? I've got my own agenda. Actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna ask you that. Just jump in there when you get there. Okay, go ahead, Deanna. She saved y'all.
What'd I do?
Oh, I thought you was raising your hand.
Scratching my face.
Okay, good. Good. Okie dokie.
But if I need to save him, I will. What do I need to do?
Don't matter to me, because I'm going to go get $100 billion. Anybody following behind me or running alongside me? Okay, there you go. All right, got a few. I'm going to get $100 billion. Right. Once this is
for a reason.
Yeah, I know that's right. That's right. I ain't mad at you. All right. So here's what I'm doing. Here. Well, you know what? I don't know. I'm not sure if you want to copy Grace. You should, but I'm not sure if you desire to. Okay. I don't know how y'all are set up in your spirits. I know that every day you show up, you don't feel like showing up. You know, as long as you stay alive long enough, that will be true. Anybody can relate to that. every day don't feel like a good day.
But I still have to go. Ain't nobody got time to be being stuck.
Nope.
I don't like stuck.
Nobody has time. So for sure, this stuff will come out. And actually, it might as soon as she switch it, and I had to just reconfigure the server to this new server, and then boom. But I knew, Grace, I kept saying, man, I don't know what the hell's going on. Man. If we knew it wasn't the code, I kept changing stuff. But whatever, we'll make it work. Oh, did you just text me? Yes. It's Navy Federal. Assuming you need this.
Thank you very much.
There you go. I think I got the notifications on. All righty. How many of you have multiple products? Let me poll my audience. Multiple products, okay?
I do.
You do? Okay, 3.
I do as well.
Okay, you do. Good. Thank you for your participation, because, I hate to, shut it down. I hate to do that.
We do.
All right. Okay, good.
Just couldn't find the raise hand place.
So we got multiple products for most people here. So what's getting ready to happen is, yes, ma'am.
I just want to say this.
You good?
Don't you do it. Don't you do it. I got nowhere else to go.
Oh, to shut it down. Got it. Okay. Yeah, I start talking, dog. Remember, I shut that other one down. And remember, I did. I don't need 34 quiet people on. Let's see. So here's what's going to happen. I got to make Melissa rich. So I've got to get to. You sure you wanted to do that? You put it to the personal again. Yes.
They went to the business?
That ain't what you did. That ain't what you did. All right. What's I finna say? I told you that'd be happening. Let's see. I gotta make Melissa rich. Melissa, you still want to sell a lot of books, right? You're not just publishing a lot of books. You want to sell them.
I want to sell them.
Outstanding. All right. So
no use printing them if I don't have customers to buy them.
Just makes sense. So I still have to go switch my frames and go make a lot of noise and sell 10,000 copies real quick. Still got to go do that. I haven't had the opportunity. And the way my brain works is until I finish one thing, I won't do another.
That is how my brain works, and I feel bad for it because I don't know. Yeah.
It is most effective action. Matter of fact, I'm getting ready to teach you how to pull that off with multiple projects without sacrificing another project.
Thank you.
Thank you, because I was just going to ask you. I was just going to ask him, how do you not bounce around? Because I'm a bouncer, like bunny rabbit. Just be bouncing, get an idea, and I start, what's that idea? Then I said, where did I leave off at? Go back to where I left off at. I forgot what I was going to do, and then I go do some research. My bunny rabbit moments are having issues.
Yeah, that's a terrible place to be because you never get anything done.
No, I was over here spazzing out. Like, oh my God, I don't know what to do.
About what you got. So, okay. So we're gonna address that. Put in the chat for me, Grace. Too many irons in the fire. Put that in there. Just put that in there for me. And then I doubt that was 30. That was in pounds. So you may need to do a little, currency adjustment. Do a little currency adjustment. The goal is to I haven't sacrificed the books because I've got a bunch of audio stuff and digital stuff out there, but I haven't even watched my interview with Melissa yet that I did, and I ain't even spread that. So I'm about to do all that. So how do you do one thing at a time while also doing multiple things at a time, but without bunny rabbiting, like Adonia was saying? If you have multiple projects, this is for you. So we'll talk about AI because we're going to use AI, but I don't want to teach you today, Chef Jay. I think it would be better. I think you would get more value from me if I just tell you how I do it and you just write it down and steal it. Does that seem more valuable? Okay, good.
I would be more than happy to take something from you.
Oh.
But again, I think chat, my Carlita, is part of my problem, because when she really acts right and gives really good information, the rabbit hole opens up. Like, oh yeah, I didn't think of that. Now let me go do some research on that. So me and chat still not totally connected real well.
Very glad you said that, because I would not have brought it up. Great. Now you need to put updates for me. So too many irons in the fire and updates. Those are keywords for me. Put updates, what Adonia said. Put updates, ChatGPT giving out good stuff. There you go. That'll trigger my brain. Put that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for today maximum participation. Only reason being because this method law forces me to do my thing and I go fast. So what's going to happen, Janice, I'm a room, and since your cameras aren't on and I can't see you and hear you, I won't know when to stop. So I'm not asking for maximum participation because I want to. I'm asking it for your benefit, because I'm going real quick and it's over. It's over. And we don't want to do that. It's going to take me about 30 to 45 minutes to reconfigure this virtual private server. And then Rhino Leg will be out. So Grace need to put promotions into. And promotions tell me to split it in 3 categories. Those categories, the categories would be direct, immediate, or you would call it hot. So direct, hot, warm, cold. Those are 4 categories. What I'm doing right now is I'm drawing a little map so I can come back and do all this, even if you don't understand it, I do. All right, Chef Jay, I'm going to include people like you who have one product, but it forces you to do multiple things. Your product is food, but it forces you to have events. I'm assuming you need this, Deanna. It forces you to have events, forces you to get on camera, do your promotions, do a live video, do a TV show. Is this, so let me see if I can back up and try to catch everybody else. If you were like Renee and you got one product, but it forces you to do crazy, weird news, and then it forces you to win some with the Linsoms, and it forces you to get out there, then this is for you too. You can't see my shirt. Yes, you can't see my shirt, but you're going to receive this if you.
Oh, yes. I can tell what it says already.
Hakuna Matata, you will receive this. All right. If you Hakuna Matata, you will receive this. This would be much easier for you if you do that. All right. Let me see. Grab somebody else. If you're like Adonia and Tracey, and you have one product, which is you, right? It's your pretty face, your pretty smile, your charisma, your sensitivity to the youth. And because Adonia and Tracey got like literally the same thing. And your presence and stage is the being, then that forces you to have a learning management system, because you don't want to only make money when you're on stage. It forces you to have classes and modules. Forces you to have handbooks. Are you writing this down, Grace? Because this is, I'm sorry. Okay. If you're like I'm speaking. So I went to Chef Jay's one product. Chef Jay and Renee got one product, but they have to do TV shows to be a thought leader. You can't have a chef. You can't be a chef without, like, how did Tabitha make it big? TV show on TikTok.
Right. And she was doing, I finally read that book in your Audible. And
Congratulations.
She always knew that what she wanted to do, and she told her, hey, I gotta go to California to get what I want to do done.
That's right.
And when she was in Atlanta or Georgia, somewhere in the South, you know, she would go and kind of look for certain things to do and to get herself out there. And that's what she did. People started inviting her to do these things and do those things. And that's how she, you know, and it people think she was an overnight success, but she was like, no, you know, you just don't see the behind the scenes stuff of what I had to go through for years, you know.
Of course. Yeah. I am a 25 year now overnight success.
Yeah, I think she said 23 years for her.
Yeah, 25 years. I've been doing this one company since 1996. It has changed 5 times. Same company. It's changed like 5 major. Grace, remind me talking about those 5 major changes, and let me do that first. And I'll do that first. 5 major changes, and I'll do that first, and then make me do, actually tell me, switch that to second, and then make me do Tracey and Adonia first, because Tracey gonna have to hang up a little bit. I'm gonna do Tracey and Adonia first. There you go. So you're very welcome. Gotta keep hope alive. Gotta keep hope alive. Because see, I gotta go on tour, and I got a bunch of people in Reno, and I have people in Singapore ready for me to come with this. So a guy in India got 2,000 people ready for me to come. So, well, you know, I am kind of famous, you know, it's blah, blah, blah. I just got a text message from Singapore yesterday. Sydney, not Singapore. And these S's, you know, they in here.
So Australia.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. I've got an invite to it's not Netherlands. What's the other one? Sweden. So, you know, it's just countries that don't go to war. You know, Sweden. You know, I only think like a spy. You know, it's my background. So, you know, stuff like that. And then Tracey got to come with me, huh? Okay, and Adonia got to come with me. They speakers. They open up. Remember, the goal is for Les Brown to open up for Adonia, not the other way around.
Facts. Mm-hmm. Right.
I feel like
I started laughing. I'm sorry when you said that, because that was cute. That was just cute.
Okay. I'm just saying, if you got the platform and if you got the 10,000 people, he opened up for you. Lisa Nichols opening up for you. I don't want to be a public figure that I have to depend on people bringing me a crowd. I want people calling me because they know I bring a crowd with me. All right, Tracey agrees. You understand what I'm saying? You get him.
When we said that.
Amen.
Real talk.
That's how I built myself. This is why people always ask me to speak, because they know everybody come, especially online. You know, 50-something people going to immediately be there if you ask. Immediately, right? That's what we're going to ask. That's what's going to happen. All right, Grace. So I'll stop right there because everything else will flow organically, because I want to hurry up and get to Tracey. If you were like Tracey and if you were like Adonia, so let's describe that. That's Phil and Susan too. That is, it's not just you are the brand. You built this from your name, image, and likeness. I'm talking completely different. You built this from your name, image, and likeness, or that's what you're building. I need you to get, Adonia will not get paid because she is smart. I'm going to go back in a few minutes. Okay, that's fine. But is it purchased? All right.
Yeah, it is.
If they sent you anything, I'm gonna need that. If not, I'll get in there and figure stuff out. Okay, if they sent you anything, I'll need that. Yeah, it's no longer in the basket. So I gotta figure out how to get there. We'll work on it. Okay. If your name, image, and likeness, what I mean by that, Adonia is not building a company because she loves to, well, she does. She does love the kids. She does love the youth and troubled women. But that's not how people are going to see it. People are going to see Adonia and immediately have an emotional response. How do you know if you are building a brand from your name, image, and likeness? You can put your face on a t-shirt and it sells. Okay, Tracey gets it. She's like, you know what? I mean, I'm trying to be humble, but ain't no sense in me lying. Can Tabitha Brown put her face on a t-shirt? Can Lisa Nichols? Can Les Brown? Can Michael Jordan? If you can put your face on a t-shirt and it sells, you are in name, image, and likeness. And I can assure you what the humor consultants have done with humor consulting, they can put their faces on t-shirts and it sells. So they are in the name, image, and likeness category. Guess who else is accidentally over there now as a result of joining ATS? Chef Jaya. She is now in name, image, and likeness because they told her get out the back and come sashay up here in heels. So if you can put your name, yes, sir.
Can you backtrack? Give me like a expedited backtrack. So I had a client with a very heavy French accent.
Gotcha. You sound good, baby, but I can't hear you. I can't hear you at all. Sound like you need to swallow a little bit or something.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, you kind of sexy, man, but I just a little slow.
Yeah. No, the good thing is I just started. I spent most of the time building a verbal roadmap. You fall in this category. I'm breaking down right now NIL, name, image, and likeness. If you have a business where you are the brand, what does Law want to be? Law wants to get paid because he showed up. He wants to be an MC, a famous MC. That's name, image, and likeness. That means when you got a category, this is name, image, and likeness. If they say, hey, we're doing the AI to Humanity event, and you go, okay, that's good. And then they go, featuring Adonia. And everybody cheer, yeah, you in name, image, and likeness. Featuring Law, you in name, image, and likeness. If they put you on a flyer, you're in name, image, and likeness. And if you don't think that's true, I want all y'all to think about them church flyers, but your pastor doing the same thing.
Yep.
Praying hands or
That's the one right there. The folded arms. God bless.
He not even preaching. It's a guest pastor coming, but he's still on the flyer. You ain't selling Jesus. You're selling your pastor. Say what you will. Say what you will. But in y'all churches, whether you want to admit it or not, Jesus is not the product. No. Jesus is not. This is not wrong. This is, you live in hypermodernity. You can't change this. This isn't the church fault. This isn't your fault. Because since you live in hypermodernity, that's postmodernism, we don't go to traditional things. It ain't Janet's fault that her nephew said, well, I would go at Janice, but y'all ain't got no choir. You don't have no music. Y'all don't play with. Come on now. So it's not your fault. It's not. I'm not saying anything bad about the church, but when I tell you y'all service take 4 hours, and I'm used to 50 minutes, that's a hypermodernity thing. Because in the Middle Ages, they was in church for 23 hours. As a matter of fact, if you wanted to get a divorce, you went to the church. If you want to get a lawyer, you went to the church. If you wanted to file your taxes, you went to the church. If you want to pay your taxes, you went to, I'm not lying. This is world history. Everything went through the church. I think you picked up mail in the church, Grace. I'm serious. Everybody had no addresses. Everybody went to the church. But it was in Latin. And ain't nobody know what was going on.
Do you have a title today, sir?
Yeah, I'll give it to you in a second.
Okay.
Be Like Antonio is the name of the title. So your name, image, and likeness is very serious. And it's not your fault. And some of y'all, like Melissa, are forced into name, image, and likeness. You want to be behind the scenes. Deanna, keep trying to be behind the scenes. But everybody keep going, oh my God, you make him so famous. Can you just tell us how you did it? And now she got to sashay herself up and talk again. It just is what it is. It just is what it is. So if this is you, this is how you multitask. There it is, Adonia. There it is. There it is. Firstly, let me give you all the tools that you will need to pull this off. VBS, Virtual Broadcasting Studio. It is free.
That stands for Vacation Bible School. Okay.
Repeat that, because that's what I was saying. I was like, Vacation Bible School. But say that again, Antonio.
Fair enough. VBS, that you right, Grace. That does stand for, OBS. See, that's my fault. See, I guess I want to say Vacation Bible School.
See, look what you did.
Yeah, OBS, Open Broadcasting System.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, OBS. It is free. It is not necessary. They made it a little easy to use these days, but you go to YouTube and get a tutorial. You will be okay. Descript. Yes, yes, ma'am.
You know, my mind was.
I know. My
mom was like, okay, I had to go all A, B.
I know my audience. Yeah, I know my audience for sure. I know exactly who y'all are. You are not confusing me. All right, so okay, then I guess you paid through PayPal, so that makes sense. Did you pay twice? Is this twice?
Oh, one is the subscription confirmation, and the other one is the receipt. Okay.
All right. You multitask. Let me explain. Open Broadcast System, Tracey, allows you to go live without being live. It allows you, Adonia, to play 4K. So y'all don't know, but me and Law did a conference. It's fire, hot fire, super hot fire. I pushed it back due to the stuff that's coming out. Super hot fire, pre-recorded. It'll be live. OBS will handle that. Descript. I'm adding that in here because you have the ability to turn your own voice into AI. And the first thing I said was, Grace, I'm not getting my 5 because I was thinking about my own voice being in AI. What does Descript do? What happens, Adonia, is it allows you to take your videos. This is what you do. If you want to multitask like this, you take a video, you put it in Descript, you transcribe it. It takes a minute or two. You copy and paste that transcription. Don't worry about that. You go to ChatGPT. Say, now you need ChatGPT. You say, ChatGPT, give me every major point that you hear, that you read in this transcription, this text. I need every major point in bulletin points. Thank you very much. And what's going to happen, Adonia, is you're going to get 20 or 30 bulletin points, depending on how long you talk. And then what you're going to do with those bulletin points is a few things. You're going to turn those bulletin points into another keynote. You missed it.
I didn't miss it. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Wow. I just sprouted. See, now you gave me more information. I don't know if that was good or not. Oh my goodness.
You told me to hook you up, right? Remember, I told you it's easier if I don't try to teach you, if I just tell you what I do. It's much easier that way. It's much easier, but you see how fast I'm going, because when I ain't got to teach, I'm at my speed. But you see how fast I'm going. That's why I told you need maximum participation. I'm going to pass you up. You take those, you take your 2-hour video, you transcribe it, give me every major point. And every major point is going to pop up, and that's another keynote. That's another keynote. And it won't even be part 1, part 2. How many of you understand that when you speak once, it don't come out the same way the second time? So
that makes sense. That actually makes sense.
Okay. So that's another keynote. But so now that you got a keynote from a keynote, you're going to record that again. You're going to run that on OBS too. Now you got 2 TV shows, but now we got the original transcription. So we take that original transcription, say, thank you, ChatGPT. Do me a favor now. Write me a blog. Right. I need you to come up with 5 blog. Well, if I got 20, 30 points, I'll say I'll divide it by 3. That's what I'll do. However many bulletin points I get will be divided by 3. That's what I'll do. So if I get 20 bulletin points, I'm going to say, ChatGPT, can you give me 6 blog titles from this? And then what you're going to do is you're going to say, write them. Then you're going to put them on Medium. You're going to put them on your website as a blog. You're going to do all that stuff. Then you're going to take all of those, take it back to Descript, use your AI voice you set up, and you're going to put them on podcasts. I would drop the mic.
What?
Wow.
I forgot that. Thank you.
That's why I told Grace, you and Adonia Teachman Jr. LLC, Grace, tell them what you're here for.
Notes.
And do I want you to do anything else?
No.
I said, Grace, I don't want you as a salesperson. Don't need one. Why? Because I got the full Antonio T. Smith Jr. LLC automated. I don't need no employees. Now, Grace, on the Rhino leg side, what I told you. It's Disney 6. I gave her an opportunity.
I don't need a salesperson.
Nope.
But if you want to be a salesperson,
yep,
I'll make you a salesperson.
Mm-hmm. And who else? Who I said me, very specifically.
Me, Monica, and Ken.
That's it. I said the people who started with me. I'm taking it with me. And I said, I know Monica doing good. She don't mind another $1 million. Did I not say this, Grace?
That's what you said.
That's how you talk behind your friend's back. Monica just hearing this for the first time.
Yep.
Where my Phillips stuff at, man? Come on, bro.
You sure right. That's how you talk behind your friend's back. Just so we clear. If you're gonna talk behind my back, talk about making me $1 million.
Amen.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's the only friends I won't talk behind my back, Adonia. If you're not trying to help Adonia retire, don't talk about me. Don't talk to me. That's how
I'm
she should be.
I'm thinking about Grace. I'm talking about Grace behind my back. Me and Grace. Light bulb moment. I'll be talking to you later.
There you go.
Yes, ma'am.
There you go. So much easier. Artificial. If y'all take these steps, you can get your 14-year-old nephew, pay him $17 an hour. And I'll buy you some Jordans if you do this for me. Something, whatever you want. I don't know. So now that you've taken those, I know I'm going fast, Grace. You getting these steps are valuable. Are you getting these steps?
Okay. Oh, wait. Okay, listen.
Because if you're missing these steps, because this is the blueprint.
You said you need tools. That's how you started off. So the first one is the OBS. You said it allows you to go live without being live. Then you need the script. You told what the script does, and you say
transcription.
You transcribe you take your videos, put them in the script. Transcribes your videos. Then you go to chat.
Also set up your AI voice that needs to be.
I did. I said you have the ability to turn your own voice into AI.
Okay.
And then you said the other tool you need is ChatGPT. You ask ChatGPT to take your transcription and put them in the bullet points, and then you write keynotes from those bullet points. A keynote from those bullet points. Then you ask ChatGPT to give you 6 blog titles from your bullet points,
Well,
and have them write the
divided by
blog.
3, whatever you get, whatever bulletin point, I use a formula. Whatever bulletin points, if you get 6 bulletin points, then you want 2 blog titles.
Oh, and right. Okay.
Yeah. Divided by 3. Why? Because it's easy to write an article based on 3 points. So that's why I said divided by 3.
Oh, okay. I got to put that down. Okay.
No. Stop right now. Put it down. The notes is
to give you.
Mm-hmm. If you miss some steps, Deanna will upload it like she. Thank you, Deanna. You have been doing a good. Can we just clap for Deanna and Grace because they have been doing a good job giving y'all this information.
Thank you.
Yes,
they have.
Good job. Yes, they have. Yes, they have. They're doing a great job giving y'all this information.
Okay. Formula.
Yeah, divide by 3 because you can make it. Chef Jay, can you still hear? I know you doing push-ups.
I'm here. I have to work today. I'm here though.
That's right, because it's Friday. It's a work day. Chef on deck.
Yes. Private dinner for 15, so I'm going to the store.
Oh, how much did it cost me? How much a private dinner for 15 it cost me? Don't say it out loud. Don't say it out loud. Don't say it out loud because look, you need to raise your prices anyway. Don't say it out loud. Say look. So the private, you know what? It's our prices are more of a historic affordability. See what I did there, Grace?
Yes.
We are hitting historic affordability. We've been so blessed. We at a historic affordability race right now. I paused for a long time on purpose. I want y'all to sit that in now. All right. Okay. All right.
He's trying to get us to kind of stew in it and really, yeah.
Okay. It's historically low. Now, if I push, you just tell me a price. If I push, but what's that? But what's that? What's that? It's historically low. Now I can't really say, but this is where you go. But it starts at, and then you give your price. You don't give your price, Chef Jay, and say, "Oh yeah, well no, private dinner for 15." Oh, all right, Tracey, private dinner. That's why I'm glad I got that out the way for her. Private dinner for 15. I'll run you about $35 a person. No, what you say is. Yeah, oh no, just historically though, with all the things that we do and provide and the full, what you call it, caviar, no, concierge, there you go. So I knew it was a C word, I know it was a C French word. The full concierge service we get starts at $35 a person. Now, not only is she charging full price, but she let me know it starts at. So I'm coming in knowing it ain't gonna be $35 a person. You see what I did, Chef Jay? Was that valuable?
Yes, because that's how I tell my clients.
There you go. Y'all owe me money, man. Y'all owe me money. Y'all really do. You owe me money. That's all right, though. That's all right. I'll be dropping these nuggets. Grace. Okay, Grace, keep going with your steps.
Okay, so I changed it. When you write a keynote from the bullet points, after that, you ask ChatGPT however many bullet points it gave you, divide that by 2, and ask for that many blog titles.
Divided by 3.
Divided by 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then ask ChatGPT to write those number of blogs for you, for the blog titles that they gave you. And then you take the blogs, put them into Descript, and turn them into podcasts.
Yeah, you're gonna turn them into podcast. And of course, did you say the part where you get a keynote out your old keynotes? So you're gonna take the reason you put your keynote, your video in the Descript in the first place, because you're gonna ask for the main bulletin points of that. So I heard you say that, but once we get those new bulletin points, that's a second keynote.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't know. Okay, so transcribe your
that's a second
transcribe your keynote videos.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, that's a second keynote. In fact, I might show that to y'all in action. Deanna, send me. I'll show it to y'all. Don't worry. Well, I don't want to. It's okay. Deanna, do me a favor. While I'm talking, go to YouTube, go in the back office, download a shrink version go put it in Descript, get the transcription, and then put it in ChatGPT and ask for the major bullet points so they can see it in action. Yeah, so they can see it in action. They can see it in action.
Okay.
All right. And here's what I do. And what I do, Grace, is real slick. Because what you can do, Deanna, don't give it a title. Just put it in ChatGPT. Get the bullet points. After they happen, Grace, what would you call this? Well, no, that's what you're going to say.
Oh.
What would you call this? ChatGPT is going to give you a title. And there's your keynote. You see what I did, Adonia? So you thought about the first one. You ain't got to think about the second one. This is no different than having a special assistant take notes while you talk, and you look at the notes, and then you create a keynote from it. There's no different. That has been happening. Your Bible was written that way. Paul would stand there and talk while a transcriber scribed. All right.
Okay.
Let's get back up to maximum participation. So I thought it would have been faster there. Okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. If they can't see it in action, no matter. Okay. You're going to take those things, you're going to put them on Medium, then you're going to put them on podcast, you're going to make them a voice. Bam. All of that is multitasking, because what you're going to do is you're going to go to something like Hero Post or something, some scheduler. These social medias have scheduling in it. All in Brook even has scheduling built in natively in it. You're going to do that. And you're going to schedule them throughout your week, Adonia. And you can literally take the week off and do something else like I have done.
You said schedule the blogs, podcasts.
Before I repeat, Grace, I need to, even if you are listening and you got it, you tripping. You tripping. I remember Janice. In fact, I'm gonna show y'all. Don't worry about it. Now I'm gonna play this doggone video. Show this. Grace, go ahead. What you want me to repeat?
After so you take your blogs, you put them back into Descript, turn them into podcasts, but then you say you put the blogs in Medium. I put or a platform like Medium because somebody may not like Medium. Anyway, after that, you said take your blogs, your podcasts, and schedule them for the week. No,
take your blogs and your podcast. If you've already turned it to the AI voice, take your blogs. Okay. Then you're gonna go and you're gonna schedule all that for the week, plus your live videos you're gonna run. You got to do that manually, but you can also schedule those videos to be posted throughout the week.
Okay.
I've left out a step, and you're gonna put those videos on YouTube as well, because then you're gonna put those videos on YouTube as well, and then you're gonna take those YouTube links and schedule those throughout the week, and then you're gonna ask ChatGPT to write you a description for each podcast and each YouTube description. Now, I told you I was. When I don't have to teach, I go at my speed. I gave that disclaimer. So you know what would make me slow down? If I had maximum participation.
Okay, well, for the note taker, my fingers don't go as fast as you talk. So
you're right. Wait, I don't know what you want me to repeat.
Okay, I said put videos on YouTube and schedule them throughout the week. Then ask ChatGPT. That's why I stopped.
To write to write a description for each podcast and a description for each YouTube video.
Okay.
Now let me show you why y'all tripping. You can use me as an excuse you're going too fast. Grace has a good reason for me going too fast. The rest of y'all don't, because you can get these notes from Grace when they upload it. You can't use that excuse. The reason why y'all tripping It's because even if you get it, your reaction is trash. Allow me to explain. Adonia, by chance, if you could mathematically tell me how many pieces of content this originated from.
One, actually.
Exactly.
That's why I'm really just standing here like what's happening right now? One.
Exactly. I haven't even finished. And that's at least 25. I ain't even applied the Gary V method, Grace. I ain't even applied the Gary V content model. All right, Janice says she visual. That makes sense. Hopefully we can get this visual thing for you. No, that does make sense. That does make sense. One piece of content. You got this much so far. One. Now I'm going to show y'all a clip of what I'm talking about how you can have this goodness in front of you. And somebody like me like going, they are out of line. They are out of line. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So y'all probably don't know this. There's a guy named Bertrand Braley. I'm going to show a church clip, by the way. Bertrand Braley. Now everybody won't understand this. I'm not asking you to understand it. This is what you call and response preaching. It originated in the deep South. And this is when we hoop and holler. Now, before you say something about, oh, that ain't really, that's America. Something about what you call Black folk are still very tied into Africa. So even your worship looks very African, even though you don't know it. There's a big difference between Black church and white church. Black church is very African.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Very.
Very African. Even if you don't process it that way, there is a difference. There is a difference. You know, white church is like Norse, you know, Gregorian chants. Black folk is, you know, all that stuff, Grace. You know what I'm talking about.
Clap until your hands hurt.
The tambourine and okay, all right. So I want y'all to see something real quick. I pulled up this clip over here. What I've thought about it. This is, I shared it wrong, Grace. I want y'all to see. Just look at the people in the back. Oh, just look at the people in the back.
Born in poverty, wise men brought riches to the lowliness of his cradle. Y'all know who's coming? The one that was born a helpless baby, yet spoke spinning worlds into existence and sustains the mighty pillars of the universe.
Like, hey, what y'all doing?
His own word. Y'all know who's coming? The one who was cradled.
All right, Grace, that was 34 seconds. What would happen if somebody did that in your church? Yeah, flip that with the pews.
I'm sorry.
Somebody's wig's about to fly off.
That's way in Hawaii. No, I said Nassau, Bahamas. Of course. They don't know about no Southern preacher than no Bahamas. All right, that's how y'all acting right now. That's how y'all acting. That's what's happening right now. That's y'all the crowds. That's what's happening right now. Look, right here, Grace. Nassau, Bahamas. That's 13 years ago. Nassau, Bahamas. You understand? Don't be like these people.
I know you said you can't breathe.
Don't be like these people, okay? Don't be like these people. Don't be like these people. Because right now we got one piece of content. Plus, I said it so quickly. I said you can take the rest of the week off. Like I do.
You did.
See, Adonia, the reason why I can focus on coding for 3 months is because I got 6 months of material squeezed in this 3 months on autopilot. Ain't missed a beat. Facebook tells me every day, I think right now I'm at something like, they keep telling me your audience has increased. Like, do y'all get that? Have y'all seen that? I'm not sure. They tell me every day I log on. Yeah. If you got I'm sure it's just a business page thing, but I get a notification and it tells me you've increased your audience again. And it got this consecutive thing. And I'm somewhere in it's hundreds of days. My audience has grown. Like I've reached more people than I did the day before consecutively. I ain't been to work in 3 months.
That's how it's supposed to work.
Thank you, Otis. I sure appreciate you. There's 2 things that I really have done in 3 months. I show up every Saturday for the video game, and I show up every morning for y'all. After that, I am unavailable. It's only 2 things I've done. I haven't done anything else. I got a deadline coming up soon for Melissa for another book. I haven't even promoted. I got this whole big old plan, but I haven't promoted I haven't executed the plan, Grace. You know why? Because I hadn't put that in my little pipe drive that I'm explaining to you, Adonia, because I did this 3 months ago, and that plan ran up to lunch. I never did after lunch. That's why you saw all that stuff before lunch. You haven't seen anything a week before lunch, because that's where it stopped. So if you want to multitask, then you need to use technology to your advantage. But it's not just technology I'm trying to stress here. It's the idea, Janice, of pushing out purposeful content that is paired with technology that doesn't feel like you've taken the day off. Yes, you are so right. I forgot it is 6 consecutive mornings. That's what I have to show up. I'll be back here again, 8 o'clock in the morning. Again, no matter how busy I am. It's quite inconvenient, I assure you. But you got to get done what you got to get done. Grace, I ain't done. All that was text and video and audio. I ain't brought up pictures.
Man, okay, I had to process it in my head. I was like, he said pictures, because your Southern draw. Okay, Deanna heard the same thing.
I know, because I was like, what the hell?
Okay, Renee heard the same thing.
I thought it was just me. Thank you.
Did he say?
I thought it was just me.
I was like, that's what's up.
Me either, because I would have been awkward as a mother.
I'm on the right call a day. I ain't even brought up shit.
I said, man, that's right up there with where Prophet Jay had the little word for shift. I was like, what the?
No.
I was just me.
I was like, wait a minute.
Southern draw is strong.
I was like, sure.
I only get rid of it when I'm doing an actual keynote.
Jamal is sad because he really thought you meant.
This is how you get them. This is how you get the blank.
Let me get my pen together. Where my pen? I'm ready.
This is how you get the blank right here. This right? Nope. We'll do that call on OnlyFans. If you gotta come to OnlyFans, and then I'll go ahead and give y'all that call. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm gonna say
the money. Then you get the money.
This is good. It's off subject, but it pertains to what we're currently talking about. I find it absolutely funny that we are an actual family. Like Phil and Susan are the parents, and then you have Auntie Adonia, you have Uncle Jerome, you got Uncle Jamal, and Jamal is that uncle. Then Uncle Jerome is that uncle
that smoke weed with us.
And Uncle Jerome is the uncle you go to for that advice. And you got Auntie Adonia. She the one. Well, actually, no, she the big sister. She the one that's gonna get you straight when you get out of line. She love you.
Well, Auntie Janice will
get you
straight.
I'm putting you in timeout. That's what I'm gonna do. Sit your behind down. You in timeout.
See, and then you got Auntie Janice. You got Auntie Shelley. You got Auntie Sandra. And then you got the brothers and the sisters. And you got Uncle Otis. Can't forget Uncle Otis is the uncle that sit back, he chill, he watch everything, but he gonna educate you. He gonna be like, okay, but this is what you need to do.
It's old, just like on Martin.
I just found it. Kids all the bad stuff, and one of you say, "Dad, what's a banana show?"
See, there you go. I just found that absolutely, like, we all, like, we are the uncles, the aunts, the sisters, the cousins.
Y'all are
but don't nobody want to cross.
Y'all are sinners.
Mr. Phil, it was easy because those parents, if they say we are disappointed, it's like your whole heart is breaking. Like your heart is broken.
That would be terrible. That actually would be terrible. That would be terrible. That would be terrible. Yeah. Don't make Phil and Susan disappointed at y'all. Don't do that. Don't do that. Mid-journey for pictures or anything. You get your pictures in, right? Then that goes to Instagram and all that stuff like that. Pictures is easy. Well, it's not easy, but it's the same energy. You know what? Let me go through it for Adonia's sake. You go to Mid-journey. You take those keywords and you make a graphic for each movement. Not one thing, Grace. If you got 100 bulletin points, that's 100 graphics. Then you go into that keynote. You're gonna love this, Adonia. I'm not sure who brought this up. I'm not sure who did this first, me or Deanna. I'm not even sure. You're gonna copy and paste that keynote. Deanna, you got a keynote of mine. I'm sure it's in a shared note somewhere.
Let me see. Hold on. I got you because Grace Act is perfectly organized.
Well, did the video download yet?
Yes, it is. It's the Q&A. I downloaded the Q&A.
Go transcribe it. Don't just go transcribe it real quick.
Do you want me to do it? You want me to share my screen to do it so you can see how quick it flows?
No. Just transcribe it.
Okay.
Yeah. Just transcribe it. And then I need you to go do two things. I need you to go do the bullet points as I said, and I need you to also get inspirational quotes. And make sure you use the word inspirational. Because what she's gonna do is she's gonna use ChatGPT to give inspirational quotes for the same keynote, Adonia. But if you use the word inspirational, it would go in there, pull them out, and create 30 inspirational quotes. Deanna, stop real quick. Tell them quickly what you would do with those inspirational quotes. Grace, get this down.
Okay, so with the inspirational quotes, I would do one thing, but I may use two different platforms. I may use in video, depending on how long the quote is, but everything I do is in Canva. Y'all know I'm a Canva baby. That's the spot. So I'm going to take that quote. I'm going to go into Canva. I'm going to create an Instagram. I use the Instagram template, but the Instagram square template.
And while she's talking, I would share my screen because she just sent me 4 of them yesterday. Go ahead.
And I'm going to create a graphic, and I'm going to put Antonio or my logo on it. with that quote in it. And the quote and the graphic makes a statement, and the graphic brings out the essence of the quote. Depending on how long that quote may be, I may make a video out of it, depending on the length of it. If it's not too long, I can do it in Canva. If it's too long, I'm gonna stick it in video, and I'm gonna make a video out of it. But that's what I do with the quotes.
And it looks like this. This is from something, one of my books. Don't know, doesn't matter. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Don't know when I said it. Don't know why I said it. Don't know in which form I said it, Adonia. I just know I said it. And then she made a picture out of it. That's one. Here is another. Believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that, can't see that word, there is something inside you that is greater than any obstacle. Bam. Walking out the cave. Not just that. Then she turned around and she did this. Right here.
Oh, those videos have audio too, y'all.
And then, did you use in Canva or in video?
I did this one in video.
All right, in video. Boom. When you hope, you change the way you think. All that stuff. This is getting posted today, by the way. And not just saying. That's what she said when the thing is a little long. She does that, and then I think it's not that one. So that's that one. Oh no. Uh-oh. Okay, no, so that's that one. Boom. I gotta reopen it now. And then here is a fourth one that she did. She sent them all yesterday. Graphics, music, 3D animation. Boom. Y'all go ahead and clap for Deanna, please.
Dang, that's the first time I actually saw it all the way through. That's pretty darn good.
Y'all thank Janice. Thank Janice because she said she's visual. That's what made me throw that in there. Yeah, that's what made me throw that in there, the visual. That's just from one. It's still, Adonia, it's still one thing. But she's going to say, give me bulletin points so I can make more articles, so everything we covered. Now give me 30 inspirational quotes from this. Adonia, you could be talking about the science of photosynthesis. ChatGPT will find a way to make that inspirational.
Come on, preacher.
Thank you so much, Grace. Thank you so much. I need a little something, golly. I'm over here. What would the old preacher say? If I'm sweating, then you ought to be sweating. That's what the old preacher say. Hey, has this been helpful?
It has. Thank you so much.
I see. I know what I'm gonna have to do.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. This is why.
Sir,
Can the church say amen? That's how excited I am right now.
Go ahead, Greg.
I have to go in 10 minutes because I have a 10 o'clock appointment. So I just want to let you know that I never like to bother you before the meeting because I know you be meditating before meeting time. So I didn't want to. Yeah.
This is true. This is true. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't plan on, I had to figure out how to set up this virtual. And then I chose the hard way with no C panel. So I had to figure all that out. No software. Oh, that's right. So I don't. So what the hell do I do? I got to do it all through command line. That's why. All right. Let's figure that out. That's going Okay. Let me get this information. Okay. Grace, Deanna, are you in charge now of the taking of the notes?
Thank y'all so much.
No, you're very welcome. Deanna, what have you learned that's new? Probably nothing. Man, we do this all the time, so you should be nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, should be nothing.
Me and Carlos are in conversation right now. He said I'm giving him too much information, so I'm trying to shorten it down.
Oh, yeah.
You got genius and genius number 2.
Well, there it is. Appreciate you. Yeah. You just got to do what you said. Do you need to delete that? I probably do. I probably need to delete that whole hosting package. And then that's what I probably need to do.
Sound like you need to end this session and go do your magic. That's what it sounds like.
I'm just saying. My brain has partitioned itself just now. And let me see. Add a VPS. Let me see. If I do this. Interesting. Okay. I will come back to that. I need to log that database though. Sure. Okay. It ain't gonna go nowhere, Grace. It's dead now. It's dead. It's in there, and the planted seeds and sprouted. I gotta figure out this problem. It's an obstacle. And my personality hates and loves obstacles at the same time. I'm bored if there's no obstacles I can fix, but I hate the fact that the obstacle exists. I get aggressive and I gotta take it down. It must die. It must die. That's all that. Let me cover the stuff I said. Let me get it. If you got too many, yeah, thank God for grace to put this down. If you got too many irons in the fire.
Wait a minute, I can't leave. Hold on.
This the one blessing I was coming from.
Okay, because I really need to talk to you today. Okay, keep going.
If you have too many irons in the fire, there's no doubt about it that you need to start saying no, but I'll skip that. I'll skip that for right now as I'm limited on time. If you have too many irons in the fire, pick one of them. Pick one. Pick one. Now that you have picked one, now you say, well, Antonio, how do I pick the one? That is arbitrary. But I understand the heart of the question, so I'll give you a recommendation. The one that's going to make you money. If you still can't decide there, the one that has some sort of political ramifications that help you in your future of some relationship you'll gain from doing it. It has to be something that's advantageously selfish. That's the one you need to pick. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I got the bullet points and I got the quotes.
Okay, so hold off on that real quick because I got like 3 minutes with Grace and need to answer this, and then we'll do that after she go. Thank you, though. And you get the inspirational quotes too. All right, you just show them the back feed from that. Pick one, Grace. It needs to be advantageously. It's just you need to take advantage of it. It's just an adjective. Selfish. It needs to be something. You need to do that one for a defined period of time. This now helps out Adonia. I can't define that for you. Are you going to do it until complete? That's a definition of a time. That's a frequency. Do it for a day. Do it for a week. Do it until step one is done. That is completely arbitrary, which just means you are God. You get to choose. There's no rhyme or reason for why choosing. That's up to you. But it has to be for a defined period of time. It cannot be in perpetuity, which just means an unspecified amount of time, an ongoing action, like a participle. It has to be something that is defined. For me, I'm not writing a single page of a book until until this is done. There is nothing to discuss. Do you hear me, Grace? There is nothing to discuss. Because that's the definition that I put forth myself. Why? Because I want my brain, Adonia. It's two different parts of the brain. What I'm doing is left brain work. Creating a wizarding world with all sorts of stuff in it is right brain work. And bouncing back and forth between those two in a day is exhausting. I refuse. I absolutely refuse. You need to pick it at a defined time, Grace. Now that you picked a defined time, I'm gonna wrap up in here in a minute for you. When you pick the defined time, you cannot change your mind. You must use that as motivation to finish. If you change your mind, you're not going to finish. That's the crutch, because you're going to use an excuse. Well, you know what? I got to do. I got these. These going to fall apart over there. So let me just switch. No. Don't use falling apart as motivation to switch. Use falling apart as motivation for you to finish. I need to stop programming. I'm not. Not until I finish. So I'm doing way more extra hours than what I should because I'm trying to hurry up and get done. And that's it. That's if you got too many irons in the fire. Adonia, was that helpful? Was that helpful? Adonia and Grace ain't the only two people with too many irons in the fire.
It was all right. It was all right. Yeah, no, that was brilliant. That's that brain of yours again.
That's what I do. That's what I do. I got 10 things to do. I'm gonna do one of them at a time. The 9 of them gonna die. And if I don't want them to die, I guess I better finish this one, huh? It is far better to have 9 dead dreams with one that actually worked than to have 10 living dreams that you ain't got done yet.
20.
That's about right. That's about right. That's about right. Like, you're never going to retire from your job bunny rabbit. Nobody. It's impossible. It's impossible because the money that you need to leave your job is energy. And if you don't put enough energy into one thing aggressively with intelligence and excellence and use education to mitigate your risk, you're never going to create enough energy to kick up any dust. Without any dust, you can't get attention. Without attention, you can't get money. Man, that was good. That was good. Did you get to hit all day?
Yes.
Okay.
I know.
You go ahead, go get your money.
Okay. All right.
You got bills, you know what I'm saying? You got toilet paper to pay for and stuff, stuff like that.
Okay. Thank you.
You want to walk around itchy. It's up to you.
Bless. Bye, y'all.
Yeah. Y'all need money. Money's important. Money is important. Money is important. All right. That was the Too Many Irons in the Fire. Updates. Adonia. Yes, this is good. So what happens? Let me get off this. So I'll go to Rhino Leg real quick. All right, there we go. This is what happens. Okay, this is what happens. Adonia, I think this is probably going to be the best thing for you because it's the best thing for me. It's the best thing for me. The way I use chat, I don't use ChatGPT. I rarely use ChatGPT to get initial ideas. I guess if I don't know anything about a subject, I will. That's a good thing. But typically, I'm only doing what I know how to do. So I write down as much as I can at first. And it forces Carlos to jump to the effort that I have done. That being said, if you come right here in my notes, you'll see Rhino Leg CRM description right here. That's coming back up. Don't worry about it, but it's right here. You'll see it right here. Now, what happens, Deanna, is I got this section here called updates. See it? Updates. Right here. Updates. And all this stuff here, right? All this stuff here. I got updates. So now what I'm going to do, let me go look at it real quick. Make sure there's no sensitive information in there. All right, we good to go. So now what I'm going to do is I am going, let me see what this is. Okay, that's for me. And then definitely don't want to open this because I definitely don't want to open that. That's terrible. Definitely don't want to open. And definitely don't want to, we don't want to open none of that. Okay, we're going to, all right, got it. We're going to stay right here. Here we go. So when ChatGPT gives me some amazing information, I do not go run down that rabbit trail. I create a folder called, a little note called updates. And this tells me when I'm done with what I said I was going to do. My updates to what I said I was going to do will be this. I'm automatically understanding that when I'm finished, Adonia, I'm not finished. I'm finished to the point where it could be sold as amazing, but I still have to upgrade it the same way Apple make you upgrade your phone. Is everybody following me? Don't get too quiet on me now. Use your head nods or something.
That's brilliant. That takes a lot of discipline because when I get my phone going, it just runs.
For real. So here it is, update. So right here is me. This is me. This is a little graph. This is me doing this stuff. So I know Rhino Leg is going to include when you can a whole hub just full of funnels and a whole sales funnel, more funnels, and then a whole blog builder and page templates for you to choose from, and a customer center, an e-commerce site builder, a shopping cart builder, team collaboration, follow-up funnels and email workflows, membership sites, better analytics, I already got this, and funnels just for the CRM itself. And then Deanna gave me an idea yesterday, somehow make Rhino Leg work specifically with Canva.
Oh no, that was Grace.
That was Grace. So she wants me to make sure that Rhino Leg works specifically with Canva. Specifically. And just so y'all know what I've been hiding this from y'all, but I don't want you to think, Rhino Leg looks like this is what it looks like. I don't want you to. It looks like this. Right there. That's what it looks like. Just so we clear.
Wow.
Yeah, just so we clear. That's what it looked like. Adonia, ain't nobody playing. That would look.
Clearly, you're not.
No, I'm not playing at all.
No, you're not.
I'm not playing at all. No. I'm not playing at all. That's what it looked like. I just haven't. Whenever I don't say stuff, it's probably awesome. That's because I typically don't say nothing. I like my work to speak for me. I like my work, but that's what it looked like. That's the design. So it's so when Janice was like, so is it be a user-friendly in a tutorial? We're gonna have a tutorial, but it's certainly user-friendly. And I had no choice, because if I give you 73 features, if I don't organize that, it don't matter how good it is, you need a PhD to use it. So, and ain't nobody trying to do all that. Ain't nobody trying to spend no money monthly to feel stupid. Nobody's trying to do that. Yeah. So I got to make sure. But those other features I was telling you about, that's the $299. You know what I'm saying? But that those updates, I know I'm going to update. And I know I would love to release that right now. I love to. But I'm going to do what I said. Then when it's out, drink not a beer. I mean, pour a glass of vodka, celebrate, and then take a brain break, play my video game, maybe go to the beach because we right literally next door to the beach, like the real beach, and then come back and start upgrading. Now, of course, my goal is I'm going to finish book 1 of Kofi Sa. I got the whole thing outlined. I'm currently on the 4th chapter, and right now I got it slated to have 17 chapters in it. It may end up being 2021. There you go. So for me, that's 1 chapter a day. So as long as Melissa date is wherever it is, as long as I start 17 days before the deadline, I'll be good. As long as I start 17 days before the deadline. Because I already did all the work. Now, if I was conceptualizing this, remember I told you I got 50,000 words just of world building. I've already did all the work. I already outlined every chapter and all that stuff like that. I just got to fill in the blanks. If I was starting from the beginning, Lord have mercy, it wouldn't even be the case. Let's see what else. ChatGPT giving too many answers. Okay, that was a reminder for me what Adonia said. Promotions. I forget why promotions is there. Why is promotions there? Who said promotions? I don't remember what promotion was for. Oh, nope, got it. While you are multitasking, you need to promote this stuff, don't you? All right, that's what you do. Adonia, you sit down, you put on your favorite necklaces. Now, of course, Adonia won't do this. I'm going to do this. You do 10 videos with 1 outfit. Adonia ain't going to do that. It's going to be 10 videos, 10 outfits. I guarantee you that. She ain't going to do that. 10 and 10. Susan and Janice, same way. They're not going to show up in the 1 outfit.
You know me well. They
ain't gonna do that. Antonio would sit there in 1 outfit and do 10 videos. And I got a gang of clothes. I just prefer to wear the same thing over and over every day if you let me. I just prefer to do that. You gonna sit there and record 10 videos. They're all gonna be with the intent of promotional. Try not to sound like a commercial. If you do shoot a commercial, then you need to be so commercial it's entertaining. If you genuinely shoot a commercial, because no one likes commercials until the Super Bowl Sunday. If you genuinely shoot a commercial, hey everybody, my name is Janice, and I really wanted to tell y'all today about my healthy medicine. I don't know. I just got the site backed up. I forget the name of it right now. You know what I'm talking. You know what I'm trying to say. All right, I got it backed up. So as soon as I get right on legs up, I'll start on your stuff. But we got it, boom. And because I'd have finished that day if we didn't have to rebuild it. We got to rebuild the whole dog. So that's a whole different story. And I want to tell you about how you can. That is a commercial. So if you're going to do that, then overdo it. Get super sexy, Janice. And have the cameras at like your bookcase behind you. And then walk into the frame. Hey, I'm Janice. Like super do it. Because if you can't just do a regular commercial. You got to go overboard and do the commercial, and then it's entertaining. We don't like commercials. We hate commercials. But you have to go do a uber super duper commercial if you want to do a commercial. You have to do that. You have to actually put it out there. So you put on your best outfit, and then they start saying, "Wow, Adonia got a TV studio, a whole camera crew with her." No, it was just her and a tripod, but you don't know that. You don't know that. Exactly, right? You got to, because that psychological, it's promotions. It's promotion. You don't promote average stuff. Hey, Adonia, man, I so want to take you out. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm an average man. My sex is average. My income is average. My bank account is average. I'm going to treat you averagely. Do I have a chance? Oh, does not work.
Did you really just say all that? Did you really say that? I am sitting here embarrassed and like I want to duck when I'm driving. Oh my goodness.
Just so we clear, nobody's trying to invest in average. You want some coffee? Sure do. I'm gonna make it average though. I'm gonna water it down. I'm gonna give it to you at room temperature. No, room temperature coffee is the worst coffee on the planet. Cold is fantastic. Hot is fantastic. Room temperature is camel spit. Exactly the way your mind just went, ew, is exactly how we feel when we touch room temperature coffee to our lips and our tongue. We don't like average. Even God don't like average. Don't straddle the fence. I'll spew you out. You can be hot or you can be cold, but you cannot be in the middle.
Amen. Come on with it now. Come on with
it. So please don't do a commercial. Anybody can do that. If you do a commercial, to get dressed up and walk in the frame, do something different, because then we'll pay attention. I'm not going to pay attention to a commercial. I'm just not going to pay attention to a commercial. So if you're going to promote, you're going to do 10 of these things and you're going to schedule them. Then Hero Post to do this. And I think I'm almost positive that in Allenbrook, I'm pretty sure I did this. If I'm not mistaken, I got Allenbrook's schedule post set up, Deanna, to where you can post, you can schedule out to a year, but you can do it in frequencies of like once a day for, once a day, or you could do 7 times a day. I got it free. I think it's like 1 to 10 times a day. So I actually replaced Hero Post with Allenbrook. It was in my way. Sorry, it was in my way. They don't pay me, so it was in my way. So I put that feature in Allenbrook. It wasn't hard to code. So you can post 7 times a day. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your promotional videos. You're going to post it 3 times a day, for a week. But you need to put other content around that, though, if you're going to do that. That's how you do that. Let's see, what else? Now you're going to split these promotions into 4 categories. This is why it's 10 videos. That's why I had great students here. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to go directly to text message, not a group message. People don't respond to group messages. They like to hide. Oh, I didn't get your message. You lying. You got my message. Yes, ma'am.
You said split the promotions into how many categories?
4 categories. Direct, hot, warm, cold. Direct, hot, warm, cold. And split those into 4 categories. Direct, hot, warm, cold. Now, in this direct, hot, warm, coldness, what you're going to do is you're going to go directly to people. Like if you got a good relationship with Janice, my book just came out. I'd be really glad if you buy it. I'm really trying to get the bestseller. You can't go direct with people that it's got to be somebody you deal with daily or something like that. People, Now, if you can walk in a house and do a number 2, you need to direct message them. If you can walk in a house and open up their refrigerator, you can direct message them. Now, I'm gonna think about that. As crazy as that sounds, you can't walk in everybody's house and open up their refrigerator. And then that list gets even shorter, Adonia, when you talk about doing a number 2. Adonia would drive 30 miles back home before she do that. You leaving already? Yeah, I got to go. I got to get out of here. I got some errands to run. Nope, my stomach is bubbling. This pasta was nasty. You did something, and I don't trust y'all.
Hey, yo, Antonio, I feel you because
everybody on this call feel me.
It's right up. It's also kind of right up there where I've talked to my cousin and she was in there using the restroom, and I've done the same thing with her. But that's how we do. That's how we do. We know if I go over to her house right now, if she was in North Carolina, I'd be like, I gotta use the restroom. I'll leave the door open. She'll leave the door open. That's just how the comfort is there.
Yeah.
And I'm weird too, so it works.
Yeah, no. Every girl I know use the restroom with the door open. I don't know what that's about. I don't know. My oldest son does it too. Well, he used to. He closed it now. But he ain't got no problem. Just keep it open. Let me close the door for you, buddy. I got you. I got you. I got you.
Hey, I don't feel so bad. So that's bad because someone who does not close the door.
I think it's when you women have babies and we as a baby don't let y'all use the restroom. I think I get trained by us. And little fingers come under the door like this, don't you? Remember that? Remember them days? And I'm crying hysterically while you're using the restroom. And then when I get old enough to talk, Mommy, open the door.
I am not joining this conversation. I am not joining in. I'm not.
Open the door. Right. I think I get trained ahead of though, and I think I get trained by us. It's us. It's the babies. It's our fault. It's our fault because I can't even use the restroom in peace. Nope. I need my mama. The world is dangerous when I can't see you.
And they don't care. They do not care.
No.
They do not care. I have 13 grandbabies and 4 great-grands, and it has never failed. Just saying. I had to get away to say that. I had to say it.
Yeah, no, I understand. I completely understand. So you're going to do your 10 videos. You're going to split them up in these categories. Some people you're going to message him directly. Then there's a warm market, like this Zoom call. All of you are warm to one another, so you message them directly. Then you do different tactics all of you here are hot. This is the hot market. Then you do different tactics to your warm market. So these are the people who bought from you before, or they talk to you in inbox. You have some sort of conversational relationship with them, or y'all in the same group, like a Les Brown Institute group, and y'all have conversations in that group. And of course, you change your tactics. Cold is your regular social media. Y'all already do mostly cold marketing anyway, because you just make posts. That's cold marketing. So you don't need training on that. You just keep doing that. Just make sure that every time you post, you're converting. And remember, I gave y'all one of them other weeks. I gave y'all a list of how to post. And if you don't do this, and that, don't even post it. I forget what it was, but I know it's out there somewhere. It was like last week or something. I know it had something to do with value, something to do with rarity. It was the Friday. It was Good Friday because Tracey was off. That was the day. It was Good Friday because Tracey was off. All right, good. And then I'm almost done here because I'm dying to figure out this problem. Oh, I got a problem. I didn't realize that. Let me see. It is. I'm still building it, but I haven't touched it this week due to trying to get Rhino leg off Susan. So I'll let you know. I'll jump on it as soon as I figure out this private server. I haven't touched anything because it was supposed to be released, and I had no idea that the problem wasn't me. The problem was the hosting was blocking me because it was supposed to have been there. And then let me see, go back to these changes.
It's the story of being entrepreneurs and business owners. There's always something that comes along, and you just have to take deep breaths and stick with it.
Yeah, because I was finished Sunday.
Never give up.
Yeah. Seriously, for sure. I think that's it. Yeah, I'm trying to look at these. No, right here. 5 major changes. Why did I say 5 major changes? Tracey and Adonia, I said 5 major. Okay, 5 major changes. I did 5 major changes. I don't remember what 5 major changes for, but let me tell you what I know I'm doing. And maybe this is what I was talking about. At some point, Adonia, you're going to take your 20 ideas and you're going to condense them. You probably won't do it now. Like when you, it took me 24 years to do this. It took me 24 years to get app focused. I'm not interested in doing everything I used to do. I condensed them. I now have a tab for that inside of an app. I've condensed them. So Facebook has, or Meta has Facebook, has Instagram, has Oculus, has Messenger. There's another one. I don't know what it is though, but I don't know why. There's one more. I feel like there's one more. Can y'all think of it? I feel like there's one more.
Is it WhatsApp?
I probably didn't say WhatsApp. So yeah, in WhatsApp. Absolutely. Yeah. In WhatsApp. That's the one more. So that is kind of what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm condensing, Adonia, all my ambitions down to 5 major things. For me, it's Arlenbrook. That is Rhino Leg. That is now the video games. It's 3. And then there's another thing. And then there's this text. So Density 6 has 5 things. There is, let's just call it algorithms. We're not gonna call it. We're gonna call it what it is. It is artificial intelligence. That's what it is. It's artificial intelligence because I have every intentions on building androids and like not cell phones. I mean, like a robot guy that gives Adonia that runs her bubble bath or something. I don't know, right? Something like that. I have every intention.
Not animatronics. That's animals.
Remind me what rhino leg is. I saw the beautiful pictures of the 2 rhinos, but I don't know what that product is.
That's the CRM. That's the CRM. The picture I just showed, the CRM. That's the CRM. I have the CRM completely standalone than the social media, even though it's integrated in social media. For me, that's Facebook and Messenger. Yeah, you have Facebook separated Messenger from Facebook.
You have to, so you don't lose data, crashes and all those things.
For sure. Absolutely. And that's Suja brought up a really good point, because I know they're separate, Otis, by how many databases there are. And Facebook, Arlenbrook and Rhino Leg don't share the same database for the most part. They do, but they don't. If you sign up for Arlenbrook, then you'll go in the Arlenbrook's database under Rhino Leg, but that would then get pushed to Rhino Leg's database. Because when I sell, which I may sell, you getting Rhino Leg is optional. I'm kind of sold on it. But the video games is not for sale. Like, the only things for sale is Arlenbrook. That's it. There's nothing else. That is all. That's all. Everything else. So I've got artificial intelligence because I'm very big into it. I've been working on it since 2012, and that's the only thing that I'm really concerned on moving forward. Then you got the social media. Then you got the CRM. What I mean by artificial intelligence is self-driving cars, self-building houses. Like, I want to be a part of all that, you know, all that. I got a bunch of ideas. I'm an inventor by heart. That's 3. And then, I don't know why I'm guessing. I can just look it up on the thing here. And then you have, no, that's it. Right now it's just 3. I've got some WhatsApp ideas and all that stuff, but all that's going inside of you know, oh, I got the TV. I have the TV. I have the broadcasting and radio thingy. That's outside of Oliver. I have the TV. I have the TV. You can look on Assembly of Wonder, scroll all the way down, and you'll see my plans for that. The TV, and I got the resource-based economy. All of that is my 5 things. That's it. Easier to multitask when I could just run an app, run a server, etc. Much easier. That's it for me. I mean, Grace, share your screen. I mean, Dana, share your screen so they can see that live in action, and we're done. Narrate.
Okay, found it. Oh, hold on, that's not the one. Okay, here we go. Just part of it. So I did the. Oh, hold on. Let me show this differently. Give me a second. Yeah, hold on. Let me show you guys.
Yeah, they need to see the prompts, and that prompt needs to go into the notes.
Okay, here we go. And show the screen, show the whole screen. Extra. Okay, so I took the video and I put it into Descript. This is what came out. And I took this and I put it, and I put it into ChatGPT. Now, all of it wouldn't fit, so I have to fill some of it down. But I asked it, I said, give me bullet points from this.
Now, take the rest of the keynote. Do it. Get bulletin points for each section, not just that one. Go back to each section. You ain't got to do it right now, but just know that.
Yeah. And so it gave me bullet points. Like, the speaker enjoys going their own way and emphasizes this multiple times. But here's a bullet point: complaining is a powerful emotion and takes up a significant portion of the day. Napping is important and can help with manifestation and being in a state of flow. So here are the bullet points that are pulled just from this section. And then I asked it to give me inspirational quotes from this. So it pulled, your complaints are the most powerful emotion that you have. The person that believes in naps is always in a state of flow. When you are complaining, you are always right, which means you're always telling the universe, I need to speak. Be happy. That's happy, stupid happy. Nobody's ever smiled and then stabbed somebody 24 times. And then I asked it for 5 more quotes. If you think about how much you complain out of the day, listen, you complain 50% of the day. Your complaint, in turn, tells God the desires of your heart is to never be in control. You can have just as much emotion in complaining than you can in gratitude. If you don't hurry and do it, artificial intelligence is going to render you useless.
All right, let's stop right there real quick before you move forward. No, keep your screen. I definitely want you to go back and get the rest, because you're robbing the Smith clan at that point. You understand? You don't want to do that because it takes you no effort. So just because you had to split it up, if y'all stuff is too long, you're getting motivational, you're getting the sections You don't need to get it all at once. You're going to get it and you're just going to compile it together. Now, do me a favor, go up to the top, Deanna, copy and paste the bulletin points, the first bulletin points. Nope, the first one. And then say, what would you title this? You never gave it a title. So I'm going to get a whole new title. The Power of Complaints, Naps, and Going Your Own Way. That is a fantastic, catchy title. A call to gratitude and action. You know what? Go on, send that to me. I don't have time. I just don't have time. Just make sure it's in a save note, because that should be on Medium. That should be, and my Medium audience is growing too. That should be on Medium for sure. That should be on Medium.
Gotcha. I will put it. I got it covered.
All right. Do the next thing, whatever the next, and then we done after that.
Oh, yeah, that was it. That was all of the. Yeah, it was the bullet point, the quotes, and the title.
Everybody see that in action. Are they saying something? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Mm-hmm. All right.
Question.
Yes.
Will it be on the site so that I can watch it?
Sure it will. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Deanna, you can close it out.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for #Building Exclusively with Adonia. Today is Friday, so we will see you all. For those of you who have gaming class, we will see you in the morning at 8 a.m. Central, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. For the rest of you, we will see you Monday at 8 a.m. You can plant better, you can dominate. Everyone have a great day. We love you all.
Thank you.
Love you more.
Thank you.
Love you more.
Thank you.